The name of his company, Estimate Experts. And what they do is they write these estimates for all guys like myself, like people in the insurance industry, contractors, restoration companies. Like, who else is a big client?
Restoration companies, roofing companies,
Roofing
all
companies.
type of contractors. We find from plumbers, roofers, guys that they just do painting and drywall. We do all
So
type
it's
of
not
estimates.
it's not just insurance industry.
Mostly insurance. Let's say community knows us very well for that. That's kind of our strongest muscle. Insurance, claim management, and Xactimate, which is basically kind of the key word here. So, Paul, look, the main gap our company is filling up, and we saw it kind of evolving this way. The contractor, the roofer guy, they are the dry out companies, remediation companies. They are really good at their craft. They are really good at remediating them, going to the property, cutting it, nailing shingle, right? That's what they like to do. And we figured out that typically the contractor sitting on a computer there for hours is not his cup of tea.
Yeah, not
And
mine.
this goes across the board for all the contractors nationwide. I think many people that might be seeing us right now could be like, oh yeah, that's me. I like to be driving the trucks, dealing with the crews, building the actual house.
So you're freeing up their time to enjoy and spend with their family, and you're taking that worry off their plate and communicating with their client directly. Do you communicate with the client directly, or you just communicate with the contractor?
We only communicate with the contractor.
As a business owner, as a roofer, you either are going to hire a company like him, pay a ridiculous salary to an in-house employee that maybe doesn't justify it if you don't have enough work, or you're doing it yourself.
Right.
And as any business owner, they can't do it themselves. It's
Right.
impossible.
I hear you. And let me tell you guys something very remarkable that happens with us. And I hear this happening numerous times, mostly for bigger companies. That big established company, I have heard this type of story. I talked to the company owner, and the guy is telling me, look, Mauricio, we got involved into the insurance environment. We realized that the estimates have to be done on Xactimate, so we went and bought the software. We didn't cheap. The
No.
software will cost you $3,000 a year.
And then
You gotta
training.
renew. Yeah. Wait. So they get the software, but as you just mentioned, that thing doesn't run by itself.
No.
You gotta sit down and learn and do it. What happens is this: the support. If you don't know how to do something on Xactimate, if you want to call them, they will charge you for that call.
If you call Xactimate for help,
Yes.
unbelievable.
Plus, you have to set up templates and all of that, right?
If let's say you don't know how to install the software and you need help installing it, if it's an insurance company, it tends to be a little pain in the butt. And
On your end or their end?
on the contractor end,
Right.
because these insurance adjusters, they are, I want to say that they're probably very busy helping hundreds of customers.
Yeah.
So
Good luck
getting
getting
them
on
on the phone is not easy.
Good luck.
Exactly.
Especially when there's a storm or a major catastrophe, they're just inundated.
And it's what it I was talking about this with one of our customers earlier today. Now you're gonna need two companies, because now you need a roofing company that writes the roof, that builds the roof, but now you're gonna need a billing company that goes and collect this. This is adding a whole process on your company,
Sure.
which is the billing process on billing this insurance company. We keep following up, we keep trying to get any status, any condition, and we push until definitely there's nothing else to do.
Right. And these contractors with insurance jobs, they're out, again, running their business,
Yep.
doing estimates, getting new business, working with new customers, moving on to different projects. And then those are lingering projects. So instead of them picking up the phone and time blocking an hour or two out of their day to follow up on people owing them money or things that are just unsettled, right? You guys are doing that for them while they're out in the field doing their job, and they get a status report on that, correct?
Yep.
Of that process of what's going on. So they don't have to worry about it. They know twice a week that claim's being followed up on. It's not just going to fall on deaf ears and squeaky wheel gets the grease. So these insurance companies say, oh, these guys keep calling 2 times a week. We need to move this along because it's top of mind for them. So the follow-up is great. Any business, you have to follow up, right? So if the insurance company, if you don't follow up with them, they're not going to pay, or they're just going to take forever anyway. So,
Or now I got
it's a
to
great service.
now I got to pay for a full-time employee just to follow up.
Right. Well, your admin has to follow up, and you have to task it to somebody to do.
And then it takes
That's being done by your company.
Yeah.
Correct.
And
Crazy.
not only that, when you're depending on that employee, it's not only how much it's costing you on salaries. Many times they need workers' comp. You need to jump all
Oh
these
yeah,
hoops.
for sure.
And keep in mind that guy probably is on an hourly rate. We are not. We are on a production rate. We pay per estimate. We get paid per estimate.
One fee,
One unit.
one unit.
Per job.
Yes, exactly. We have a pretty robust team of around 20 people writing estimates left and right.
Wow.
And yeah, that might happen to us. But if one gets sick, we still have 19 grinding every day there. So
That's great.
It's more reliable solution for our customer as well.
With cash flow, you know?
They have actually, and I tell this verbatimly also every time I talk to a customer, no monthly fees, no long-term agreements, no contracts. We hate those.
Pay per job.
Don't like to force our customer to use us with a contractual obligation or anything like
Sure.
that. Quality, making sure that we always answer the phone for them, and commitment. We're very committed to having them happy.